In June 2018, a double murder involving a Chevrolet Tahoe took place in West Hollywood. The suspect, 32-year-old Uber driver Javon Williams, was arrested at the scene. Amia Michelle Thompson, born on March 15, 1992 in South Los Angeles, California, was the youngest of three children of Marcus Thompson, a seasonal construction worker, and Diana Thompson, a certified nursing assistant. She grew up in a modest two-bedroom home at 181934 West 54th Street. Public records show that her father's irregular work schedule and frequent absences led to financial hardship, prompting her mother to take on multiple shifts at Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital to provide for the family. Despite these tough circumstances, Amia's academic records from Crenshaw High School, 2006 to 2010, show consistent high performance, maintaining a 3.8 GPA throughout her high school years. School counselors noted her talent in art and computer courses, where she often helped fellow students. In her junior year, she earned the Principal's Achievement Award for her graphic design projects in September 2008. During her sophomore year, Amia began dating Trevor Trey Marcus Jackson, a senior and starting running back for the Crenshaw Cougars football team. School discipline records indicate several incidents involving the couple, including 3 instances of public affection and 1 case of skipping class. Their relationship became more difficult during Trey's senior year when he lost his scholarship opportunities due to poor academic standing. After graduating in 2010, Amia attended Los Angeles City College, where she worked toward an associate's degree in graphic design. Financial aid records show she had part-time jobs in retail while attending school. Meanwhile, Trey's work history from 2010 to 2015 reveals sporadic employment, never holding a job for longer than 4 months. In January 2016, after completing her degree, Amia started her freelance design business, registering it under the name Graphics as a sole proprietorship with the Los Angeles County Clerk. She operated the business from a studio apartment at 4277 Crenshaw Boulevard, where her monthly rent was $895. Her 2016 tax returns showed an annual income of $322,450 from various design contracts. Amia Thompson and Javon Williams began their documented relationship on April 12, 2016, when they met at a mutual friend's birthday party at Buffalo Wild Wings on Crenshaw Boulevard. Javon Williams, born December 3, 1986, in Compton, California, had been working as an Uber Black driver since 2014. His driver rating remained consistently high at 4.8 out of 5 stars, having completed over 3,000 rides. A background check later revealed that Javon had no criminal history. His mother, Patricia Williams, worked as a postal clerk, and his sister, Shanice Williams, was a middle school teacher. DMV records show that Javon maintained a flawless driving record and had recently financed a 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe for his Uber Black service, with monthly payments of $687. Their relationship developed quickly, with social media posts documenting frequent dates and family events. According to marriage license records, they wed on June 17, 2017, at the First African Methodist Episcopal Church in Los Angeles. After their marriage, they moved into a rented 3-bedroom house at 5623 Victoria Avenue, with a monthly rent of $2,800. Financial documents from their first year of marriage highlight growing financial stress. Javon's Uber earnings averaged $4,200 per month before expenses, while Amia's freelance income ranged from $2,000 to $3,500 per month. Joint bank account statements show regular overdrafts and increasing credit card debt, which reached $115,000 by early 2018. Surveillance footage from Westfield Fox Hills Mall in Inglewood shows Amia meeting Trevor Jackson on February 13, 2018, at 2:47 p.m., where they talked for about 42 minutes. Police records from this time identified Jackson as a person of interest in several narcotics investigations. His apartment, at 4122 Crenshaw Boulevard, apartment 3B, was under surveillance for suspected drug trafficking. Financial records show that Jackson had no legitimate job history since 2015, but paid $1,450 per month in rent and drove a 2017 BMW 328i, which was registered under his cousin's name. Cell phone data shows a rapid increase in communication between Amia and Trevor Jackson in the week after their initial meeting. By March 2018, their daily exchanges included 45 messages and 5 phone calls, mostly occurring during hours when Javon Williams was working his Uber shifts. Security footage from Jackson's apartment complex shows Amia's first visit on February 28, 2018, and between March and June 2018, she visited the building 27 times, usually between 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. ATM footage shows Amia removing her wedding ring and storing it in her purse before entering the building. During this time, her financial records show increased activity, with personal credit card purchases near Jackson's apartment, such as a $245 purchase at Victoria's Secret on March 15, 2018, and a $178 purchase at MAC Cosmetics on April 3, 2018 год. Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department surveillance logs documented illegal activities occurring near Jackson's residence between January and June 2018. Undercover officers observed 30 to 40 suspected drug transactions per week. Financial analysis suggests Jackson's illegal activities generated between $8,000 and $12,000 per month, though no charges were filed. Cell tower data places Amia at Jackson's apartment complex on average twice per week during this period, often when Javon Williams was working. Between March and June 2018, Amia's social media activity showed fewer posts involving her husband, and location tags frequently placed her near the Crenshaw district. Bank records reveal regular ATM withdrawals of $200 to $300 near Jackson's apartment, totaling about $3,600 over 4 months. These withdrawals were deleted from her joint bank account transaction history, but appeared in the official bank statements sent to her home address. Text messages recovered from Jackson's phone during the investigation show that he was unaware of Amia's marital status, referring to her as his old high school girl, and mentioning plans for their future together. A personal diary recovered from Amia's laptop after her death contained entries explaining the affair as a temporary escape from financial struggles and marital difficulties. Footage from Jackson's apartment complex parking garage shows that by June 2018, Amia became more casual about her visits, regularly using the visitor parking lot, a sign of her growing comfort with the situation despite the risk of discovery. On June 23, 2018, Los Angeles County Parking Enforcement impounded Trevor Jackson's 2017 BMW 328i from a no-parking zone on 4356 Lear Boulevard. The car, registered under his cousin Marcus Jackson's name, had accumulated $1,875 in unpaid parking fines over the past 3 months. Jackson attempted to negotiate a payment plan, but was denied due to previous violations. The total fees and fines amounted to $2,340, an amount Jackson was unable to pay. Unable to find alternate transportation, Jackson requested an Uber Black ride from the impound lot to 5623 Victoria Avenue. The Uber system assigned the ride to Javon Williams, who was operating his 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe nearby. Vehicle maintenance records show that the car had recently undergone a $2,800 service at AutoNation Chevrolet, including new brakes and tires, ensuring it was eligible for Uber Black service. Dashboard camera footage from Williams's vehicle captured Jackson entering. unaware that his driver was the husband of the woman he was about to visit. The camera recorded casual conversation about traffic and weather, with Jackson mentioning plans to meet someone special during the ride. GPS data reveals that Williams deliberately took a longer route through residential streets, maintaining his professional demeanor despite recognizing his home address as the destination. Williams stopped a few houses away from his actual residence, citing a GPS error. The internal camera recorded Williams's tense breathing and firm grip on the steering wheel, showing his growing anxiety. Security footage from nearby homes showed Jackson walking casually toward Williams's house, indicating he was familiar with the location. From his parked position at Victoria and 57th Street, Williams witnessed the event that would change his life forever. Residential security cameras captured Jackson ringing the doorbell and being greeted by Amia Thompson. The footage clearly showed their intimate embrace and kiss before both entered the house, leaving no doubt about the nature of their relationship. Los Angeles traffic cameras tracked Williams's Tahoe, moving erratically between neighborhoods throughout the evening. His Uber driver app shows that he completed several more rides, maintaining professionalism despite his personal distress. Passenger ratings for these rides averaged 4.8 stars, suggesting that Williams kept his composure. Williams didn't return home until well past midnight. Home security system logs show him entering the residence and staying in the living room until dawn. His phone activity during these hours revealed the depth of his distress, with multiple drafted but unsent messages to his sister Shanice detailing the discovery of the affair. His browser history included repeated searches for California divorce laws, criminal statutes on adultery, and various legal resources. The H-Ring doorbell camera footage showed Amia Thompson's rising anxiety throughout the night. She checked the front door several times, and her body language reflected growing concern about her husband's unusual absence. Security logs document her movements between the bedroom and living room, although she never confronted Williams directly. Analysis of both Williams's and Thompson's phones showed a complete absence of communication between them during this period. However, Thompson continued texting Jackson throughout the night, expressing concern about Williams's unexpected behavior and suggesting they be more cautious. Williams's financial records reveal that he deactivated his location sharing with Thompson that night and began systematically documenting her activities through various surveillance methods. After discovering the affair, Williams initiated surveillance of his residence on June 24, 2018. GPS records show his Chevrolet Tahoe parked at various observation points around Victoria Avenue. The first recorded location, captured by street cameras, was behind the Walgreens at 5501 South Vermont Avenue, providing a clear view of his home's entrance. Williams's methodical approach to surveillance is evidenced by his detailed documentation in his phone's Notes app, later recovered by investigators. The app contained logs of visitors and activities at the residence. Security footage from nearby properties confirmed his observations, showing Trevor Jackson's recently retrieved BMW arriving at the house at 12:17 p.m. Jackson had retrieved his car from the impound lot earlier that morning after paying the $2,340 fees. Cell phone records from this period reveal a calculated deception. Amia Thompson sent a text to Williams at 3:45 p.m. saying, "Going out with Lisa and Karen tonight. Don't wait up." Social media posts later confirmed that Lisa Martinez and Karen Chin were actually attending a family event in San Diego that evening, documented through multiple tagged photos. Los Angeles Police Department traffic cameras tracked Williams's Tahoe following Thompson's vehicle westbound on Santa Monica Boulevard. The vehicle's movements were captured by multiple surveillance systems, ultimately leading them to Bootsy Bellows nightclub in West Hollywood. Credit card records showed Thompson and Jackson arrived at the club at 9:45 p.m., where Jackson purchased a bottle service package for $875. The club's external cameras captured Williams's growing agitation. Security personnel reported observing him pacing near his vehicle several times throughout the evening. His Uber driver app remained offline, marking his first missed work shift since starting with the service in 2014. Internal surveillance footage from Bootsy Bellows shows Thompson and Jackson drinking heavily, with bar receipts showing the purchase of multiple premium cocktails and champagne bottles between 10 p.m. and 1:30 a.m. Toxicology reports later confirmed elevated blood alcohol levels in both Thompson and Jackson. At 1:45 a.m. on June 25th, security cameras recorded them leaving the nightclub. Their visible intoxication was noted in police reports, with footage showing them stumbling and laughing as they walked to Jackson's BMW. The parking structure's cameras captured Williams returning to his vehicle when he saw the couple emerge. A critical piece of evidence came from the dash cam of Williams's vehicle, which he had neglected to turn off. The footage showed him gripping the steering wheel tightly and breathing heavily as he saw Jackson kissing Thompson by the BMW's passenger door. The camera's audio recorded Williams muttering, "This ends tonight," before it was manually turned off. Cellular tower data confirmed that all three individuals were at the same location during these final moments. Thompson's last text message to a friend, sent at 1:52 a.m., read, "Best night ever. Finally feeling free." 3 minutes later, traffic cameras captured the beginning of the tragic events that followed. The psychological impact of the surveillance period was later analyzed by forensic psychiatrist Dr. Sarah Martinez. Her report noted that the extended observation period, combined with the public display of affection at the nightclub, likely contributed to Williams's mental state. The report emphasized the significance of Williams following them rather than confronting the situation immediately, suggesting a shift from shock to premeditated action. Williams's internet search history during this period showed queries about divorce lawyers and adultery laws, which gradually shifted to searches about car accidents and vehicle-related deaths. This progression was later presented by prosecutors as evidence of premeditation. Los Angeles Police Department incident documents describe the events of June 25, 2018, at approximately 1:55 a.m. outside Bootsy Bellows nightclub in West Hollywood. Security camera footage from multiple angles captured the fatal sequence in the parking lot at 9229 Sunset Boulevard. Traffic cameras and the club's external surveillance system recorded Williams's 2016 Chevrolet Tahoe accelerating from a stopped position about 75 feet from where Thompson and Jackson stood. Vehicle data from the Tahoe's onboard computer showed the accelerator was fully pressed, with the vehicle reaching a speed of 47 miles per hour before impact. Tire marks at the scene indicated no attempt to brake. The Los Angeles County Medical Examiner's report provided a detailed account of the impact. Amia Thompson, age 26, suffered catastrophic injuries, including multiple skull fractures, severe thoracic trauma, compound fractures of major bones, and massive internal organ damage. Her death was determined to be instantaneous due to traumatic injuries to vital organs. Trevor Jackson, age 29, also sustained similarly fatal injuries, including severe thoracic trauma, multiple cranial fractures, and complete severance of the thoracic aorta. The medical examiner confirmed both victims died instantly from the impact. LAPD forensics detailed extensive front-end damage to the Chevrolet Tahoe, with the impact activating all airbags and severely damaging the vehicle's front crash structure. Paint transfer analysis confirmed direct contact with both victims before the vehicle struck a concrete barrier, finally coming to a stop 32 feet from the initial point of impact. Witnesses, including club patrons and security staff, described the immediate aftermath. James Morrison, a security guard, recalled the sound as resembling an explosion, followed by widespread screaming. Sarah Chen, a club patron stated the SUV appeared unexpectedly fast, leaving the victims no chance to react. Williams fled on foot, but was apprehended by club security and bystanders approximately 150 yards from the crash site. Security footage showed 3 men, later identified as off-duty Marine Corps personnel, subduing Williams in an alley behind Book Soup bookstore. He offered no resistance during the citizen's arrest. The first LAPD units arrived at 2:03 a.m., responding to multiple 911 calls. Officer Michael Rodriguez's body camera footage captured the initial contact with Williams, who was being held by civilians. Williams's only recorded statement at the scene was, "They deserved it. They deserved what they got." Los Angeles Fire Department paramedics arrived at 2:07 a.m., and the official incident report notes both victims were pronounced dead at 2:12 a.m. due to the catastrophic nature of their injuries. No life-saving attempts were made. At 2:45 a.m., the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office dispatched 2 transport vehicles. Toxicology reports from samples taken at the scene revealed that Amia Thompson had a blood alcohol content of 0.14%, while Trevor Jackson's was 0.16%. Javon Williams showed no presence of alcohol or controlled substances. The LAPD crime scene unit documented a debris field extending 45 feet from the point of impact. Personal effects recovered from the scene included Thompson's purse with $342 in cash, Jackson's wallet with ID and $875 in cash, and multiple fragments of the vehicle's front end, along with personal jewelry and accessories scattered around the scene. The Los Angeles District Attorney's Office filed formal charges against Williams at 9 a.m. the same day, including 2 counts of first-degree murder with special circumstances, citing the premeditated nature of the attack and multiple victims as aggravating factors. Javon Williams's trial began on January 15, 2019, at the Los Angeles Superior Court, presided over by Judge Maria Hernandez. Court records show extensive media coverage, with 47 news organizations requesting courtroom access. The Los Angeles Times published 23 front-page articles throughout the trial. The prosecution, led by District Attorney Sarah Martinez, presented a case focused on premeditation. Key evidence included comprehensive surveillance footage spanning multiple locations, from Williams's initial discovery of the affair to the final moments at Bootsy Bellows nightclub. Digital forensics experts testified about Williams's internet search history, which revealed queries on vehicle accidents, hit-and-run statistics, and California vehicular homicide laws. Expert testimony included Robert Chen, an automotive specialist who analyzed the Chevrolet Tahoe's black box data. His findings showed that Williams maintained steady acceleration for 3.7 seconds before impact, never engaging the brakes. Dr. Michael Foster, an accident reconstruction expert, testified that the angle and speed of the impact indicated deliberate targeting rather than impulsive action. Witness testimony was particularly compelling. Former Uber colleagues spoke about Williams's previously flawless professional record and calm demeanor, while his sister, Shanacy Williams, gave emotional testimony regarding his mental state after discovering the affair, describing him as someone whose entire world had collapsed. The prosecution emphasized the duration of Williams's surveillance, presenting evidence that he had tracked the couple for over 14 hours before the attack. They argued that his composed behavior throughout the evening, including his methodical parking position and patient observation of the club entrance, demonstrated clear premeditation. After 7 weeks of testimony, the jury began deliberations on March 5, 2019. Court records show they reviewed surveillance footage multiple times and sent several questions to Judge Hernandez about the distinctions between first and second-degree murder. Deliberations lasted 4 days, with jurors logging 32 hours of discussion. On March 9th, 2019, the jury returned their verdict. Williams was found guilty of 2 counts of second-degree murder, rejecting both the prosecution's argument for first-degree murder and the defense's hope for voluntary manslaughter. Sentencing took place on April 12, 2019, with Judge Hernandez imposing 25 years to life for each count, to be served consecutively. The verdict sparked significant public reaction, with over 1,000 letters sent to Judge Hernandez, almost evenly split between those supporting and opposing the sentence. The Los Angeles Urban League organized protests outside the courthouse, arguing that racial bias had influenced the prosecution's aggressive approach. The families of both victims expressed mixed emotions at the sentencing. Prison records show that he initially refused psychological counseling, but began participating in group therapy after 3 months. His first parole hearing is scheduled for 2044, though official documents suggest that release is unlikely given his consecutive sentences.